I was working night shift as a nurse. I worked in the ER. And I was also at the phase in my life where I was doing a lot of partying, so I had a lot of going out with friends and just really was not expecting to be pregnant. Didn't know what I wanted to do, if I wanted to, keep the baby or put the baby up for adoption. So I looked up free clinics in Wichita and found Embrace and was able to schedule an appointment for the next day to figure out what is next.
She's a client that a lot of us remember. She was very anxious. I think she walked in and her world had been turned upside down and she was trying to picture how this could work.
And I think at the time I was still in denial. I took another test and she's like, well, it is positive, you're pregnant. I remember we both just uncontrollably laughed because that's what I do in situations.
As we talked through what we could do, what we offered, you could see her visibly exhale. We had an especially meaningful time praying together.
I was 6 weeks along when we did the first ultrasound. For the first time, it felt real. Crazy to see that there was already a heartbeat and everything so early, and that's a life that is inside of me, and I'm gonna be the mom and I'm gonna figure it out. Just a little bean. That was my baby. And Stacy sat me down and she had all these papers everywhere and was like, these are the supports that we have. And I just sat there, I was like, Stacy, I am in shock right now. I'm not gonna remember any of this. You're gonna have to tell me again. She just laughed and she was like, okay, I will tell you again when you're ready.
She was very nervous about sharing the news with her parents, and we talked through that, about how she had had time to process it and to give her parents grace.
I come from a very Catholic family, so having a baby outside of marriage is not something that my parents would be overjoyed for. And just also I wasn't in a relationship, so it was all just very scary and very new, but I felt so good about my decision and I knew that I did have support.
I met her as she was leaving and she said, I can do this. And that was just so encouraging. That's why we're here.
I was just overfilled with so much love that you don't even know that you have, and can't imagine my life without her. I think she's the best thing that's ever happened to me, and she saved my life in so many ways, and being a mom is wonderful. I would not change it for the world.
Here is this little miracle, this little beautiful baby girl right in front of us. Incredible. It's an amazing organization. It is focused on helping and loving women and sharing Christ with them and reminding them where to look for their help, ultimately.